My name is Joe. I am with Red Rock Kitchen and Bath. I've been in the kitchen and bath industry for many years, since about 2012. I've been in the trades. So I've worked with a lot of marketing aggregators or agencies over the years, and some are great, some are not so great, and some are terrible. So I've uh, I've worked with a lot of them over the years, and still work with quite a few of them at different levels. But that's a little bit about me and what I've been up to.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So, like, what was kind of the problems you were facing before basically getting started with the program?
Honestly, like I said, I've been in the industry quite a while, and I've never had great success with Facebook or Instagram on ads. My success in the industry generally came from lead aggregators. That's kind of where I found most of my success, was from, like, an Angie or Thumbtack, and some of those types of aggregators is kind of where I found most of my success. I kind of dabbled with Facebook and Instagram, and tried a bunch of different agencies out, because I heard a lot of good things about Facebook and Instagram. But um, every agency I tried did not work out well. I was not getting an acceptable return on ad spend. Um, Other than ads I was running myself, I was getting a decent amount of ads, a decent return, not as good as I wanted to. But I'm a believer in having not all my eggs in one basket when it comes to the marketing side.
Yeah,
So I saw an ad with Benjamin and Bison there, and it was it caught my attention because he was kind of more on the level of having some skin in the game, as far as essentially guaranteeing his results, per se, before he gets paid. And so I was like, well, I've had good success in the past working with some other marketing agencies, not necessarily with Facebook and Instagram, but just more like I've worked with a few, like doing like local flyers that they mail to people's houses, getting paid on a per sale basis and things like that. And so when I saw your ad, I was like, oh, let's check it out and see what it's about.
yeah,
So that's what kind of intrigued me to reach out initially, but I'm glad I did.
yeah. That's great to hear. And like, do you have like some tangible numbers in terms of like what you have kind of seen so far, like where we started and where we at now?
Yeah, when we started, we started on this campaign, what, 3 months ago? We started on this campaign roughly. Um, I want to say month one, we did, I want to say 70 or 80,000 in business, I think. Look at the exact numbers, and then I think we did like $220,000 last month in revenue from the campaigns you're running. And I think this is month three that we're running, and I think we're already at 100,000. So we're halfway through the month. So we're trending to be over 350 to 400 is what we're trending for this month in revenue from the campaigns.
And you mentioned that you have tried a lot of other like companies, lead aggregators. Why do you think like this is kind of working better? Because I remember like at the start you had like 10, and it seems like you have definitely allocated some more resources to what we're doing. So what is it you think that is like better in terms of the other things you have been doing and have been, allocating the marketing budget for? Um,
Well, I think what you guys do well is not only just on the marketing side, but I think it's from taking full accountability from the beginning process up until the appointment, right? Because there's a lot of companies, not necessarily that they're bad at marketing, but maybe there's something missing in between. Maybe it's the company's appointment setter, maybe it's their follow up, maybe there's a lot of things that could be the issue besides just the marketing. And so I think what you guys do a great job at is taking full responsibility from the beginning of the creative, making sure it has good creative to catch the attention of the potential buyer, to kind of reel them in, and then once you get them in, you help generate the lead, and then your team calls them right away and follows up and qualifies them and gets them kind of ready for the appointment, right? So as
yeah,
our guys show up, they can just show up and do their job selling. So I think that's where you guys have also kind of differentiated yourself, not just from being a marketing agency, but more of a growth partner, and taking the bull by the horns from that perspective and saying, okay, I don't want another company to say I'm not good at my job because they're not doing their job right from calling the lead right. So you're kind of taking that off the business's plate as well and saying, okay, I'm going to generate great marketing. I'm going to make sure it's good because I'm going to be calling them with my team, and you're able to see the type of phone calls that are coming in. So if there's something off from the marketing perspective, from the marketing to where they're answering the phone, you're able to adjust your creatives or your message to make sure the types of people you're talking to are the right types of people for that business. And so when we show up, it's what we're looking for, and a lot of times more, right? Like we specialize in kitchen and bath. That's kind of what we're targeting, but it's not uncommon coming into these houses that they're looking for more than just kitchen and bath. They're like, hey, I'm doing my kitchen, and I'm also doing the rest of the floors in my house. I'm painting my entire house. I'm doing almost a full remodel, which is great, which is things that we specialize in as well. But no, so far it's been great.
Yeah, I appreciate the words. And like to like other contractors that are maybe like scared of taking the leap and investing in their growth or like joining the program, is there anything that you would kind of say to them?
Well, marketing in general, I don't care what agency you use or what aggregator you use, marketing in general is a testing game, right? There's a lot of testing you have to do to find out what works. And when you're kind of scared to jump in, I think you really have to understand that no matter what agency you use, it's only fair to give them at least a 3-month window to dial in your ads, dial in the marketing, and give yourself a chance to close deals, because there's a lot of jobs that I'll go out for an estimate today and I won't close them for 2 or 3 months. So it's really kind of hard to tell exactly what that true picture is, for at least for 2 or 3 months in most industries. So if you're scared to jump in, it's I would say this: any business that's scared to do marketing, that's the wrong mindset, because marketing is really the fuel that drives the engine. You can have the best product, you can have the best engine, but there's no fuel to put into it, it's not going to go anywhere. So marketing's I'm a huge believer in marketing, but the right marketing. You have to have the right marketing to drive that car. If you're putting the wrong gas in your car, you're not going to get very far. So, but everyone knows it does take gas to get somewhere. Some sort of fuel these days. I guess you could use electric too, but you have to have some sort of power. You got to put the right stuff into that car to get it to go. And if you're putting the wrong stuff, it's not going to go very far.
Exactly.
But having the right growth partner, the right marketing company is important. But if you're kind of hesitant to jump in, it's one of those things where you have to, I get it, it's kind of scary sometimes. Be like, hey, I'm going to spend, $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000. That's a lot of money to a lot of companies, right? But you have to start somewhere and expect, for most companies, if you put $1 in and get 10 out, or every company's different. I've had companies in the past where if I put $1 in and got 3 out, that was great. But the current business I am in, I got to put $1 in to get 10 out because there's a lot of overhead. But no, it's one of those things you got to take the first jump and put money in and believe in yourself that you're going to, as long as Benjamin and his team does their job, that puts you in the front of the customer. You got to do your part as well and go close the deals.